welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am here to share, to offer, to encourage, to inspire, to help realize peace and joy. Peace and joy with you. Sincerely, thank you, honestly, truly. All of you who find your way into this stream, whether it's at the live with me in the present, or those of you tuning in later. And I get it. You know, maybe if you're tuning in later, do it at like speed and a half. Saves you time. You can easily understand me. I know my tempo is kind of slow. So, brothers and sisters, I'm filled with inspiration once again today, and more stories for those who have been a part of the Talcottian adventure. You know, I got some updates on what's what. We'll see what's what today. But I did extend some invitations in the last, since we met in this forum together yesterday. And so I'm excited to see what happens. I do intend to drop the link pretty soon, and we'll see where the day goes, man. Today is different than yesterday for those who were here. And if you missed yesterday's stream, it's short and sweet. I encourage you to check it out. It's my purpose, really, what I'm hoping to help everyone around me do, which includes you. I want to help everyone realize a better life, right? So that thinking about life is what inspired some of these ideas today. Just observations on the way that patterns of people, right? Arrogant people argue, honest people debate. And this one, you know, you got dishonest people that debate too, but I don't know. Anyway, arrogant people argue, honest people debate, humble people discuss, caring people resolve. For those who join the panel, we'll see where the universe brings us, but I do hope to bring resolve. And at the very least, discuss some of the things that have been going on. We can even debate some of the ideas about how to change the world, but I'm really kind of tired of the arguing patterns that people have been bringing. Because let's face it, our world will change when people kind of grow up and stop playing along with these silly games of wealth and authority. Anyway, praise God. Praise God for today. I don't know if I've said that here yet. So, brothers and sisters, praise God for today. Something I've learned, and I'm just pointing out what is really obvious. Maturity in people, it means aligning with honesty. So, growth in life, it's found through adaptation and alignment. Even the plants, even the animals, if they're going to survive, they're going to adapt and align themselves with the resources, the environment, where they end up going. People are no different. Well, the difference between us and the wild beasts of nature, people have gotten pretty damn good at lying to themselves and each other. And this, my friends, is what I consider to be the greatest problem in our world: dishonesty. It's biblical. It's in line with every great philosophy, every great mind. The truth is critically important, my friends. So, becoming true, that is the topic for this stream today. What does it mean to become true? Whoops. I want to do this way. Oops, wrong rookie here. Where did I put it? Forgive the delay here. This is what I wanted. Becoming true. Consider these obvious things. I was thinking about, these are actually some combination of thoughts I got from others. And, I'm really conscious this morning. This is where I gathered these, and I'm really conscious. I intend fully to start practicing this more, even more. So you are what you do, not what you say you do. And it doesn't matter what you say you did. It doesn't matter what you say you will do. What matters is what you do each day. The impression that we leave upon each other and upon the world each day, it's actually pretty important. And if you don't think you're important, then you'll think it doesn't matter what you do. Don't buy into the confusion. So here's another aspect of life, okay? You don't have to do anything. You get to do everything. See, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And if you change your life from a bunch of have-tos into a bunch of get-tos, then you'll realize how free and responsible you actually are. So you don't have to do anything. You get to do everything. And that is becoming true. That's becoming more honest. And here's the one where this is one I'm going to continue considering more myself. You can do what you say and say what you will do. It's just a part of being honest, right? To make sure that we're not causing offense and stepping on others' toes. Sometimes it's important to let others know what our intentions are, what we're doing. That's why I started the stream, to forewarn you. My purpose and my intention for our time together is to offer you more peace and joy, some more comfort in your being, in the life you're living as you. We find more comfort in our being, in the life we're living as ourselves, when we're honest, when we align ourselves with that which is true. Because brothers and sisters, in my experience, there's nothing more important than that which is true. So a couple other brief thoughts, right? The inspirations I found within, or I heard somewhere else that I felt could be helpful. Because part of this adventure is documenting my growth, my development. Who knows where this is going to lead? I only have a lot of hopes. So this word bondage was something I heard earlier. Bondage in the world. No, I heard domesticated. I applied bondage, or maybe it was vice versa. The world we live in, and especially if you call yourself in America, people have become domesticated, tamed through oppression and coercion, manipulation. People have been taught not to think. And so they become bound to the ways of the past. Can't imagine things different than they were. Different than they were would be scary. It'd be unfamiliar. We wouldn't know what to do. Here's the truth. No one knows what to do anyway. Most people are not using their mental capacity for thought. They're using that's tied up with confusion. So the world we live in, there's a lot of ways to point this out, but the evolution of history, first of all, it's all part of it. History is, when it's true, it's God's story. The unfoldment of life and time as people learn it and document it. I mean, everything we know is processed through the mind and consciousness and language of people. We don't In the ways of the world, we have corrupt governments because the masses they didn't know how to govern themselves. And truly, people do suffer due to a lack of wisdom. But what I've been experiencing often is people who are ignorant, arrogant and prideful. They know it all. That's what I call ignorant. The ignorant become confused by intelligence. That's why it's good to go through life with the mind of a child, because the mind of a child is open. It's not it's got no preconceived ideas. It's willing to receive and understand. It wants to know. But in this world of adults, grown men and women acting like juvenile children, running around gossiping and complaining, telling themselves and each other how great they are, while wars are continuing and poverty and famine, and there's just destruction all over this world. Sorry, I took us off on a little rant there, didn't I? A lesson I had to teach myself: confusing is not scary. Okay? Just because you feel confused, a little anxiety starts creeping up. Confusion is not scary. You just got to push through the mental resistance in order to calm the mind so that the knowing can come into the heart and be known, understood. It's like you become a whole body of knowledge unless you carry around all this crap and nonsense, which is the marketing jingles and all the commercials. It's all the media talking heads. That's what I'm talking about when I say we're carrying around this nonsense and garbage. Brothers and sisters, I've been blessed in my experience to practice these things, to discover things. You, by choice, whoever you are, and everyone, I assume we're all the same. We're all the same concept of man, woman, being. We're all the same concept. We're all very unique, but I believe we all have the choice. We can be bound into the worldly ways where it's completely ass backwards, or you can free yourself. You can seek to free yourself from the past with surrender, with acceptance. Surrender your whole body into the present moment as often as you can. Your whole body meaning your mind, your heart. Allow your nervous system, your whole body to relax with your will, your permission, your intention to bring more peace into you, into your day. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, don't deny yourself these gifts that you can offer to yourself to release yourself from the bondage of misery and conflict and worry and hate and depression. You can free yourself from the bondage of domestication wherever you are. Takes some courage. Takes the willingness to be different than your old ways, willingness to be different than the way people used to know you. Takes strength and courage to be willing to change yourself. But brothers and sisters, if we want a better world, it's time for this. It's time for the world to become true. And the truth is, you are a cosmic light being of energy. You are an eternal spirit of love, imagined, dreamed up, created by God with love, so that you could know the love, you could know the love and joy and peace and freedom that comes from being honest and loving and free and joyful and peaceful. The way of the Christ is no joke, man, but it's what we all want to do. So the other part of this, I realized too, I heard this elsewhere. God reveals what we try to hide. See, and this is where secrets and lies are so self damning. If we egoically, foolishly convince ourselves that we can get away with doing wrong, wrong by another, causing harm, if we convince ourselves we can do those things, if we can get away with secrets, get away with lies, that mind becomes corrupted. Here's the other part of that too. Besides the corrupted mind, if we try to here's the context actually from where I received it. Especially with men, we've been taught to really deny our emotions, right? Shove down the anger, not to let it out, you know, the sadness, the whatever. Men and women, we've been taught to deny emotions. Some others have been taught to use their emotions to control them, or they use emotions to manipulate others. And we're not here to deny or control our emotions. We're here to help each other understand them. But we don't understand our own emotions if we don't accept what's there. So when we try to hide our emotions, being dishonest, pushing ourselves through the day, just miserable, guess what? That misery and that anger, it's going to come out. And God reveals what we try to hide. And if you don't allow yourself to process emotions, you're hiding a part of you from yourself. Now, it doesn't mean, lash out and anything and, let yourself go out of control. We establish self-control. We pause, breathe through the moment, and then when in the privacy, you want to scream into a pillow, punch the bed, the mattress, do it. I've done that. I pray I don't feel that anymore. But I've been learning how to surrender, how to accept, how to flow with life, how to adapt and really overcome. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for those who may wish to join, for those who may be present today. I am feeling good. Yesterday's live stream, again, for those who may have missed it, it's short and sweet. The purpose is truly about ending wars, which, back to talking about me, I guess. Yes, I realize some of the lessons I've learned in my life, particularly for me, on this adventure. People are very generous with their opinions, and I know for a fact I can't please everyone. I really don't try. Well, that's not true. I do try to please, but opinions of others really don't matter to me. I bring that up because there's been comments, both good and bad, about my peace priest uniform that I've chosen for myself, the old gray sweatshirt. Until something changes, I had to take it off the last couple of days because we were over 100 degrees here. I mean, I am blessed and praise God. I have it doesn't really stay that cool in the house. But today we're back under 100 degrees and the wars are still continuing. So if anything, it's speaking to your subconscious, right? The veterans, men and women who served the nation, they're willing to fight for peace today because they've learned differently. That's who I am. Becoming true, becoming true, really, truly, it really means becoming present. because what is present is always true. There's no denying what is here and now. That includes the people you interact with. But what the mind of confusion will do is it wants to hold on to these old ideas, these old beliefs, these old arguments. And then people just keep looping and repeating the past over and over and over, repeating the same arguments. All it is a judgment against the truth. This is what I realized. Brothers and sisters, our God, I can't speak to our God. I just trust in what I've learned from the creation, right? And the creation is life, the life I've lived as a man here on earth today. The way that we are created and the eternal truths that has been available for man, it's unbelievable. It truly is. The glory, the perfection, the order, the power, the control of our God. Praise God. When you start to consider that there's an intelligence and an order behind everything, it appears chaotic to the ignorant mind, right? The ignorant mind finds intelligence and it gets scared and confused, gets confused and then scared. It's part of the game. It's part of the game of life that God has created. It's so incredible, so divine, so mystical. There's so much joy. There's so much peace to be known for you, through you, with you right now. And if you carry that with you, it's always there. Peace and joy. What do you want in life? You want more money? I used to. And don't get me wrong, it'd sure be nice to be able to purchase things I want again. I mean, I remember being able to go to the store and just no problem. I got money, whatever I want. These days, I don't want much. I want wars to end. I believe that if given the opportunity, especially if people worked with me, helping me prepare for this, helping to create this opportunity, I'd really love to speak to the people in Congress. The more I think about it, I could do it right here. I could do it from right here using the technology of today, speaking to the men and women employed in Congress and those who are paid to administer the state, the nation's affairs. I'd like to be a voice of reason for the world. Not just a voice of reason, but a voice of love, a love for God. A love for Jesus. Yeah, I won't deny that one either. So, I mean, it seems to me that Jesus has been waiting for the Christians to follow his teachings and actually walk the walk, to do the part, to be the hands and feet of God here on earth, right? So that we can do our part to end the wars. See, once people stop fighting, the wars can end. And as soon as the wars end, we can work together to bring healing forth. And I trust miracles will be found throughout this world. There's people praying for miracles right now. I realize what a miracle it would be for peace to be known in our world. But join me in that prayer. I watched the news earlier, and I considered loading it up for today to bring up some visuals of people in Gaza right now. The destruction, the devastation. It's because I'm getting close. Or maybe. I trust in that. There are fewer here tonight because I'm growing and I'm gaining strength. And whether they know it or not, I know I intimidate many. I anger and I confuse many. I offend many. But I love them all. I am truly filled with love and peace. And for those who may wish to join, you're welcome to join. If people don't arrive and I feel good, I may just wrap it up, because I've noticed that when I am more on point, the viewers go down. I mentioned yesterday that there'd been some newer subscribers and the numbers dropped again. And I always wonder, what is going on? What is going on? But I surrender to God. Oh, that reminds me. That does remind me, especially since I extended invitations. Update on the story. So after the short stream yesterday, I got some grub in me and headed downtown for the Zoom meeting. And I misspoke yesterday. I was trying to remember Chamber of Compassion, and I actually said Chamber of Commerce. But the idea is to mirror what the chambers of commerce have been doing. You know, they gather the business minds together and the business people together, and they look out, they create opportunities, they support one another. And then the chambers of commerce from one community, they cooperate with other organizations and other places. So there's like a network. Well, there's a man I met, or our local chapter of Veterans for Peace came across, named Moji, and he's building this idea of creating in communities all around. We can do this all over the place. So if you listen and you got some ideas, you know, some active groups or people in your community, toss the idea out. Instead of Chamber of Commerce, change the values of this world. Chambers of Compassion, uniting together so that different groups, different organizations can help each other to bring forth, hey, we're looking for someone with this talent, this resource. We're trying to fix this need over here. There's a group and connections that people can go to. I spoke to Moji yesterday or earlier today, and I really love the idea. And again, yesterday I mentioned the Charter of Compassion, similar idea, more compassion in the world. I've started including that link in the description as well, along with Veterans for Peace, Code Pink, and something else. But brothers and sisters, if you're not aware of it yet, I want to offer you to consider. We're here to change the world, and the world is changing. The world is changing, and I am excited for the future changes. Why? Because I see myself being a part of it. And if you can see yourself being a part of what I'm doing, well, hey, welcome aboard. Let's do it. Let's find a way. Let's find a way to get these wars ended. Oh, so back to the story. The Zoom call with Chamber of Compassion, and there was many people, Montana, Idaho, Washington, different people joined the Zoom call, and it's planning this growth. Well, then right afterwards was the local chapter meeting, and I really went there yesterday with so much hope and excitement. My hope and excitement turned into an expectation. And when it was finally my turn to share something, I offered frustration. So they lost out on my hope and my excitement. I offered them frustration, but I did invite them to please tune in and see what's going on. Well, I thought it was perfectly arranged. I had a couple of short videos, right? A couple of shorts I'd found that are on topic about peace, what I'm to easily show what I'm doing. So when after the Zoom call, we already had it set up for the laptop to show on the big screen. We had the sound set up. Everything was perfect. And so I said, hey, I'd really like to share a couple of things. Can you leave this set up? And when it's my turn, I'd like to show a couple of short, very quick videos. Sat there for quite a while, similar to the panels where we talked about the past and various trips, and we talked about other people who were doing things. And I was really hoping to talk about what I've been doing. But it wasn't time. And I accept that. And maybe it was my energy, maybe it was my attitude, maybe it was just whatever. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my life here. And, I still, who I was talking about, that was with the local chapter of Veterans for Peace. I've been trying to get attention in Spokane for several years now. But I trust it's happening. Everything is happening according to some perfect plan, and it's a perfect plan that I just don't understand yet. But I'm excited to be a part of it. This perfect plan I'm talking about that I'm part of, and you're a part of it too. It's God's perfect plan for life. Life is all about growth. It's all about development, adaptation, aligning with what is best, what is true. What I found best and true is to stay present, to stay humble. And my most recent reminder truly is, how about this? This is what I was reminded of. God's will is for us to receive peace and joy. And so if I deny myself peace and joy, then perhaps I'm denying God's will for me. And if God's will is to offer me peace and joy, and I receive peace and joy, well, would that not please God more? I think that's seems pretty accurate to me. So, hey, we've got a guest, and I'm very interested. Welcome, Stephen. How are you today?
Hello, Jack. I'm doing well. I thought I'd humble myself today. I'm just calling myself Stephen instead of my King Stephen with the crown. I'm trying to be more humble here. I enjoyed your part about talking about the Chamber of Compassion. That um, sounds like a good direction to go into.
For me or you? Or
The
in general?
chamber, no, in general for like the country,
Right.
for the
That's
country, for
that's
like
the idea.
bigger. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I just caught that part. I just arrived a few minutes ago, but I did catch a little bit of that. You talking about that, and I thought I'd comment on that. I think that's a good idea.
Well, if you're interested, I can share. I can share what I've received, and in the description of my video is the Charter of Congress, or Charter of Compassion. Excuse me. It's I think, a great worldwide view, if I'm not mistaken. But this is why I'm hopeful. There's a lot of good things, a lot of great people in this world. There is a lot of people doing amazing things in this world right now.
Yes. We just have to keep aware of that instead of focusing on all the negative things that people try to say or try to put out there. We got to keep our chins up and focus on the positive rather than the negative.
Which, Stephen, to be honest, it's interesting that you say that, because I'm sure it's no surprise to you. I've received a bunch of feedback and even uh, disappointment in me because I was getting along with you. And there was something I wasn't clear of, but you are quite duplicitous. Is that intentional, or do you realize it about yourself?
What does duplicitous mean? I'm not sure what that word means.
I mean, like, kind of a phony. You put on one character in one place, and then right as soon as you turn around, it's like the horns come out and you're playing the devil role quite
No,
well.
I'm not playing the devil role, Jack. I am Stephen, and um, I'm not sure what you're referring to. You're referring to my chat with Tommy a while ago, or Tommy's been
Some of your
very
shorts,
duplicitous.
some of
Oh,
your shorts,
my short
you just
videos, they're pretty amusing. That's just for fun.
is that amusing?
The short videos
Yeah,
with the one that I made with Noel, I think, was that one.
I'm referring to the one, not just the short videos, but your live streams where you are just absolutely insulting and demeaning, imagining all sorts of narratives about people, and just, it's like, what
No,
in the hell is he doing?
no, I'm just I'm just doing
Don't do that.
entertainment.
You
I'm
don't do
just
that
no, I said I'm just doing entertainment. I do have
for
one
you,
image of,
maybe.
and to my fans and followers and viewers and
Uh-huh.
my harem and kingdom. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I do have an image of you with devil horns.
Right, that
I,
too.
I do have an image of you with red
Yes, I
horns,
saw that
but
too,
it's
Stephen.
badly
So,
photoshopped, and I was putting that up to make Dominic laugh. Dominic, that I think he comes over here, Dominico. Uh, I think it's just entertainment. I don't actually think that
Stephen,
Jack is the devil.
Stephen, it's
Yes,
example
Jack.
of my words. You're playing a duplicitous character, one who really, I have plenty of reasons not to trust, not to respect, but,
Jack.
well, I'm
I'm
being
not.
honest
I'm not.
with you,
I'm
Stephen.
not playing a duplicate. Hey, Hank, how are you doing?
I'm
Hank was
doing
on my
fine.
show recently.
Yes, I'm actually gonna vouch for Steven. I really, I'm not like a narrative shape. I'm not like a what called. How would I say this? I kind of don't care what people say. I don't want to control people's thoughts. Say, oh, I need to. You can't have the wrong opinion. I say, have whatever opinion you want. Just go with my narrative. So if Steven wants to say, rewatch the stream, say Hank's gay or afraid, it really doesn't matter to me. It doesn't make a difference as long as we get peace somehow. He
I've
wants to entertain his audience, sure.
lately I've been saying that Tommy's gay and that he likes chicks with dicks, but that is true. So I have been bringing some truth and humor, some much needed comedy to the panelverse. I think we have to lighten things up a little bit. I don't actually believe that Jack is the devil. We've had some good conversations recently, and I still don't trust Jack as much as he says he doesn't have reason to trust me. I have reasons to suspect that he's behind the scenes working with Tommy. Uh, Illuma Tommy is who I'm speaking about.
Why would you assume that
I'm not
without
assuming
asking
that.
me any
I know that
questions?
you contact him, he contacts
So,
you, and he has
so
been.
what does that mean to you,
You're
Stephen?
not letting me finish. So he
Well,
has
you're
been saying,
rambling on and on.
I'm not rambling on. You asked me a
You
question. I'm
kind of
answering you.
are.
I'm answering the
Stephen,
question. You said, why would I
so
assume
you
that?
say,
I think you're working maybe behind the scenes with Tommy, and he's going to come out. He's threatened to make content about me. So I think maybe
Good.
that might be what's
No,
going
that's
on.
me. Actually,
You
it's
make
me. I'm actually
content
working behind
about
the scenes with
everyone,
everyone.
Stephen.
That's me. I actually work
Hello
behind the
there,
scenes with
Stretch. Okay,
everyone.
I hope you're sober
I'm the
today.
emperor of the panelverse.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, you know what? I have something to say if you don't mind.
Please, Kay.
Go ahead.
I don't know what your intentions are, Stephen, but
I know you
all
don't.
you do
You don't know me.
exactly, and that's your problem because
Let her
you
speak, please.
all you do is you are El Diablo in your channel. I went there once, got kicked out, went to Provo's. You followed me there like the stalker
I
you
didn't follow
are.
you.
Okay, I'm talking and I'm not finished.
Incorrect.
So shut up, please. I'm trying to be
Incorrect.
respectful, but for what you've done to my friend up there is so unforgivable. You
I didn't know you were
restream him
friends with
every
Hank.
day. You talk on his name. You say how much of a piece of shit he is. He is
I don't call
disrespectful.
him a
He's
piece of
full of
shit.
shit. He has
You don't
nothing to
never
call me
offer
said
that?
you. Why
What
are
here?
you here? And what are
Here,
your
Kay.
intentions,
Kay.
Stephen?
You're rambling.
That is
Kay.
my
You're
question.
angry.
Kay, I paused you. Thank you, Kay. So, Stephen, how about this? Why don't you describe me?
Well,
How
why
you
don't you
describe me elsewhere?
The way that I describe you is I think that I'm trying to establish trust, but I still don't trust you
Let's
yet.
not lie.
No, listen, don't interrupt. I think that
Don't
Jack,
tell
you
me
should
what
come
the
on my
fuck
show
to
and
do,
talk to me
Stephen.
one-on-one. I'm inviting you as a guest to speak on my show and clear the air, and we'll see if you have anything to do with Tommy. You accuse me of working with Margot and Noel, which is false. I think, and people have
That
been
is
telling me
not
this,
false.
that you're working. Shut up for a second. That you're working with
Why don't
Tommy.
you, hey, stop telling my friend to shut up, please.
Well, keep
Thank you,
that
Jack.
bitch in check.
Hey!
Then, because she keeps interrupting.
You
Stop
don't even
acting
know
like a
me and
bitch,
where I come from,
Stephen.
Stephen.
Okay,
Watch
okay,
yourself.
okay. I'm going to interrupt you as well, Stephen. You can learn some damn respect, and you can do it right here and now with me. I don't need
have
to chase
respect for
you.
people who respect
I
me.
don't need to chase you to your panel to resolve your crap. This is the first time you've invited me, Stephen. So why don't you grow up and let's have a conversation?
You let Tommy run your show and walk all over you. I see something
That's
going
your
on.
narrative. That's your
see
narrative. So
something
hold
going
on.
over here.
Hold on. You're not in charge here, Stephen. I would like for us to cooperate. So simply the truth is in charge because I don't want to have to keep controlling you. I expect
You
some
can't
respect.
do it on my channel. You were invited before to come on. You're lying. You were invited as a guest.
Yeah,
Why
you were,
did I
Jack.
go where you
Tell the
badmouth me,
You've been invited
clown?
multiple times.
You know what,
Because
Stephen,
can't
if you want to
backstage me there.
argue,
You
if you
can't
want to
silence me there.
argue, you can leave. I'm done trying
For
with
all
you.
I have watched, Jack, or Jay, listen to me. For all you and I have seen on that channel, wait till he puts me back on. Oh, am I back?
You're here.
Jack, can you hear me?
Here, okay. Stephen is gone.
All right. Okay.
I may or may, yeah, please go ahead.
Because I don't want to bring drama into your life because I know you already know, I think, because Jay was like, he knows what the fuck is going on there. He knows what his channel is about. He restreams you and literally picks out every single thing you do, says you're the devil, says you're what's your fireplace about, every little thing. What is his intentions?
It's completely fucking shit talking.
It's all demonic, Jack. You have to understand, and please believe me, I would have no other intention. I'm sorry, I will stop.
Okay, I love you, Jay. Good to hear you too, brother. God bless both of you. I'm aware.
Say hi, Jay.
Hi, buddy. What's up, Jack?
Feeling blessed.
Hey, Hank.
I
My man.
Hi, Hank. Hi. Sorry I didn't say hello, Hank.
It didn't make a
Buggies.
difference. But
I'm
yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just riled up. Jack, go ahead. Speak to me.
I know what I'm doing.
All
I
right,
know
I
what
knew that.
people do. Okay. And that's why
You
I
said
was
it,
trying
Jay.
to have a conversation with Steven, because the behavior I've seen him showing and sharing with others is insensitive, it's cruel, it's unhealthy,
Thank
and it
you.
shows
Don't
that.
waste your fucking energy, bro.
But he
Please
gives
don't
everyone a
tell me.
chance, and that's
Please
what I'm
don't
trying to
tell
learn.
me what to do, because I
Right.
know what I'm capable of, and I know that other people can
Thank
change.
you. And
All
that's
it
why I said
takes.
every day is a new day, and I've learned that from you, and I'm trying to even do that, Jack. But when I see the things he has, I just wanted to make sure you were aware. I didn't want to bring drama into your life, Jack. I just wanted to know that you knew what he was doing on his channel. And Jay was like, he's got to know. Jack is not stupid. He knows what's up, and he's playing him. He's not letting anything bother him. I'm like, he's done a complete 180. Like you put on a smile, and I love you for that, Jack. Like you really, like you inspire me, and I just want you to know that. And I didn't want to bring bad to you. I didn't want to bring negative vibes and send a chat to your, or tell you Margot's coming to your house, because that was all lies too. But I hear it, and I don't want to bring it to you because I don't want to bring negativity in your life. But and I think you already know. And I'll leave it at that. And I love you, brother.
Love you
And
too.
thank you.
Thank you,
And
my
I
friend.
want to help you with your journey. And if you want to give me some topics and email them to me, I can maybe do some rough drafting or some, Photoshop, whatever. We could talk about ideas maybe for next time, because I'm proud of you. I think you did great at the meeting. You kept it short and sweet. And you're just starting out and you're just getting in, and I mean, I'm proud of you for taking these steps.
Oh yeah,
It
was awesome to see you up there.
It really was. What's the matter? You have a look on your face. I'm not
Just
looking at the
waiting till you're
chat,
done.
so okay.
Yes, I want to come clean.
Yeah,
I want to come clean. It's not Jack that talks to everyone. It's me. It's open that I email everyone I have an email to on the Faniverse, and you're invited to talk as much shit about me as you damn well please.
Hank, I love you for that, man, because people give you a lot, and you are strong, and you laugh at it and you laugh it off. And that is the best thing to do. My mom always said, you kill them with kindness, they won't stop talking about you. And that's it. And I love you, Hank, for that. I truly have love in my heart for both of you. And I would never dishonor either of you. And if I had a problem with you, I would bring it to you. That's how blunt I am. You know me, Jack. And I know you as well. You're nothing but the truth. And for what Steven, I have to say for him again, because for what he has said is just completely false advertisement. And it's really sad to see. So as long as you know that, I won't bring it up anymore, because I don't want to bring you down. I want high vibes here, and choose love. Look at my picture. It says, in the end, love always wins. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you. I encourage you to find forgiveness. You'll feel better. Thank you, Kay.
Oh, it's already been forgiven. I just don't need him in my life. I don't need
All right,
him.
I'm gonna drop you out. Thank you, Kay. I truly, truly appreciate. Or wait, that I didn't mean to do that. Here.
Choose love, everybody. Choose love. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Hey, we've got a friend back who I've not seen in a while, and I am prayer filled. How are you, our friend? How's your health?
Cheers, man. Yeah, a lot better now. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Praise God. I am grateful to see you back, and you sound much better, just that tiny bit. Can you share? Can you share? Do you want to share? What's going on, man?
I can if you want to, yeah. Basically, I had trouble with my liver.
Right.
I went for a liver scan to the hospital, and they came back with the results, and they said, with your results, most people would be dead. That was about a month ago. So, yeah, but I've been getting better since then, and I'm more or less fine now. So everything's good. Yeah.
So you're sure you're not dead right now? You're still alive.
99% sure I'm not dead. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not completely convinced about myself either. So we're in there. Hey, good for you. I'm grateful. Glad to see you back, brother.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Yes. And I know I'm not alone too. There was questions about you, dude. Last time we saw you, not to stay in the past, but you weren't looking that great. I'm really glad to see this.
Yeah. I've lost the yellow. I went a bit yellow for a bit. Yeah, but yeah, I'm back to white now.
Well, this idea, the topic today, becoming true, that can apply in many, 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 many different ways, right? Not just our minds, but our diet. Become true to yourself. Care about what you're consuming physically, the food, the chemicals, and the drinks. And we live in a world of corruption. Hey, I want to encourage you, and I'm seriously, these bodies, these bodies are incredible. They are healing machines, right? Health is their purpose. So trust your health is restoring. You're getting stronger. You've got a new future ahead of you. And I'm excited.
Thanks. And good to see you again. You too, Hank. Good to see you again. Yeah.
Yep. But
do look after yourself. It will end up better. Yeah. But you do have to put the work in to look after yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you have more to go on, or did you just want to hang out, or what are you feeling?
Yeah, I just want to hang out. Yeah, I'll go with whatever topic anyone's talking about. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Did you catch the beginning by chance?
I didn't know. I've literally just joined. Woke up, actually.
Well, here, these are actually, I should have brought this up. I could have brought this up when Stephen was here as a graphic reminder. There's been a lot of arrogant people with these habits of arguing. I used to be one of them. But what I chose to do is become more honest. And becoming more honest, what I found myself debating with myself a lot more. Was what I said true? Was what they said true? So honest people debate. Humble people, I think humble people can discuss pretty much anything, right?
Yeah.
No.
And the last one, it should maybe compassionate might be more accurate, but I think caring people who care, the discussions they're bringing is for solutions, for resolve.
Yeah.
And the world we were born into, it lost respect for the truth. And as a result of that, a lot of people lost respect for themselves. That was me. I lost respect for the gifts of life, for the opportunities that life really does offer. And when I lost respect for all the opportunities, well, then I started carrying a bunch of problems and worries with me. And then life sucked. The only escape I could find was drinking or stuffing my face with unhealthy food or movies and television shows. And I mean, there's a lot of ways to escape.
Yeah.
But it could be said, and here, this is one thing that I think Stephen has kind of confused in himself. A partial truth of Earth at this time and where we're living, it could be said that it is a hell realm. We are prisoners trapped in the human form that we are. We're subjected to the limitations of being a man or a woman. You know, the talents and handicaps we each have, they're all different.
Would you not say though that maybe if you look at it that way, it's a prison that we create ourselves? I mean, obviously we've got limitations, but if you look on the positive, you know, like look at what you're good at, look at what you enjoy, then it wouldn't be so much of a bad thing, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are creator beings made in the image of a creator. So that's kind of the aspect that, where does creativity come from? Creativity comes through the inspirations, new ideas, different perspectives, outside ways of thinking, right? There's one of those guys right there and right here. Outside ways of thinking. That's where creativity really comes from. Inspiration, and that's from the heart, from the desires. We are creator beings who weren't taught to create. We were taught to obey. People were conditioned to believe, well, to believe in things to hate and what rules to follow so they didn't get in trouble. Hey, I turned on a fan. Is that coming through on the audio?
Negative.
Okay.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Good deal. Because I think that beeping in my laptop that sounds like Discord, it might be the motherboard overheating. I don't know.
It probably is. It probably is.
Well, so now I've got a fan going, so hopefully that'll help. Well, here, the past and everything in it brought us to where we are today. And I've been wondering about this, right? Where is God? What is God over me? What lords over me? What controls me? It's my ideas. My ideas control me. That's what limits me. That's what limits everybody, is our ideas and what we've learned. But the ways of the world don't want us coming up with our own ideas, because the world thinks new ideas are wrong. The ignorant get confused by the intelligent. See, I'm figuring life out, but what to do with this, I don't know. What do you do when you think you understand?
Science. You do some science to verify you understand. And after you verify you understand, you engineer.
That is true.
I would go with that. I would, make sure you understand. Because it's possible to think you understand when you really don't. So once you think you understand, verify, like Hank said, verify that you understand. Yeah. Make sure you understand. And then try to learn more and understand that. You know what I mean?
I agree with both of those. But here's the thing. The things I learned, they already have proven, repeatable records. There's tons of evidence that supports the things I'm saying. In my own life, there's a lot of doubts and disagreements about me, and I've got boxes of evidence that support what I'm saying. So I've got all of that. I just need a witness, someone to confirm.
I would say, like Hank was saying with the science, you don't need someone to confirm. You need a method to confirm.
True.
You know
all right.
I mean?
That is true. You're right.
Yeah.
The method to okay, well, that is what I've been attempting to achieve. Because in my mind, the method to confirm that I know what I'm talking about is to successfully communicate the ideas, the thoughts.
There's a problem with that, though. I mean, you could convince someone of something that you believe, but that doesn't make you any more right. You could convince someone of something that is still wrong. Convincing someone else doesn't make the idea itself.
Here, you reminded me of something I meant to think about later anyway. All of the teaching, I heard this elsewhere, all of the teachings of the path of ascension, the idea of spirituality and becoming greater than, it's not so much a learning as it is an unlearning. It's a detachment from the things that are not true. And so I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. What I'm trying to help people to do is help them understand how to realize what is true for themselves in greater ways. Because what is true isn't always in the mind. You know, what is true is in the moment. It's in the present.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, and it's good that you're trying to help people. But we were talking about a method as to verify for yourself whether what you believe is true, and convincing other people it doesn't work. It's not going to confirm what you believe is true.
You didn't think that through.
Go on.
Because the reason I want to show, if someone understands, if I can communicate it properly and someone receives what I know,
Yeah.
I suspect it's very possible for them to have miraculous transformations in their own life, overcoming past limitations, overcoming past disease, past health problems, past everything.
Yeah.
I believe in miracles.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you could convince someone of a false belief that would do the same things. I'm saying whether you can convince them, and even if what you're saying isn't actually true in reality, it could still have the same effects. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I'm not sure. I mean, I understand the idea of placebos and I understand the idea of misleading, but what I'm suggesting is I've been studying communication, and actually here, this goes back to this. I know one of the keys in communicating, whoops, wrong one. I know one of the keys in communicating is permission. The communicator must receive permission from the listener in order for new and different ideas to be transmitted. It's just a process and the functioning of how we work. I've been trying to get people to give permission. I've asked. The problem is the stubborn, confused, egoic mind. It has patterns of defiance, of denial. It doesn't want to cooperate, even when cooperation is in its best interest.
Well, the assumptions are wrong. The assumptions you have there are wrong.
How so?
So you don't necessarily have to get them to cooperate for you to transmit the information, but you have to be clever about how you go about it.
Partially true. I'd agree. I agree in part, but I know what I'm trying to get across is that the best way for people learn what they want. And if they can't convince themselves of a reason to understand me, they won't.
Yeah, so what you need is to incentivize them to give them a reason to understand you. You have to work on their incentives. So if they have incentive to understand, then they'll go make the time to understand you.
Hey, you're absolutely right. That's part of the coaching, selling, marketing techniques I learned, right? Is I've learned so much and I forgot a lot, but I know where it's all at. The idea of it's the same idea that the the term, the problem solution, the
problem reaction solution, yes. Hegelian dialectic, yes.
Thank you. It's the same ways they offer forth, and in the programming of the media, it's offered forth what is going to happen. And those who choose, willing to accept that in themselves, guess what? They're going to create that happening. So I've been trying to figure out how to use this on my own. And admittedly, I could have done a better job a long time ago, but there's ways to communicate. People haven't wanted to talk with me for a while. It seems people talk at each other. And this is what I realized. It's more confirmation that each of us are in this cosmic experience all alone with God. So the most important words we need to pay attention to are the ones we're speaking out.
Yeah, I agree with that. But there's also the problem of different people have different objectives. Some people want to know what's true. Some people want to know what makes them feel good. Or some people will believe what's true. Some people will believe what makes them feel good. So you can say exactly the same thing to do two different people and you get two different results. So it's not just down to what you say. It's down to the person you're talking to as well.
So I mean, I don't know if this is that effective. I do the opposite of what Pussy Paul does. Instead of trying to protect my reputation, I want to run out everyone's cellular tree so I can understand them better. So I know how they're going to react later. So I need to still do more work to know if it's effective. But people tend to not want to. People have less incentive to attack me because they know it's not going to get the reaction they want. And I'm willing to work with pretty much anyone still. But their ego's in their way because they want exclusivity and want me to buy a fool's head or whatever. And I said, I'm sorry, you gotta spend the money. I don't care.
Oh, by the way, Jack, am I okay smoking on your channel? I can turn my camera off if you want. I don't mind. Is it okay?
You're reflecting you? As you wish.
Yeah, just like to ask.
I appreciate the respect of asking, though. Thank you.
It's all tobacco as well, just so you know. Yeah, just tobacco. Yeah.
It's a show of consideration. Here, the idea of truth, though, there's many people react and respond to what's true in many different ways. One of the benefits, though, is here's the reality. In everything, everyone, every event, everything, there is a good and bad aspect to it. We can choose whatever aspect we want to see, the good or the bad. Yeah. We actually do get to choose the truth that we want, as long as it's true. Yeah. And people are real resistant, real reluctant to accept what is true. Yeah. But truth is what it's our God. If we don't have the truth in our life, we don't have the answers we need, we're screwed. Right? And the best way to find the truth is with peace, with joy, with the heart, God's heart within, with love. And with love of life, the answers are revealed. This life is mysterious, guys. Here's what my own life, what transformed me, you could call it a come to Jesus moment. I did a whole complete, I don't remember the word I used, like a super acceptance. I went through, did a complete inventory on me, my life, my past, mentally, emotionally, and I said, nope, not good enough for me. And I chose to change. You know what? That started a new life for me. When I chose to become honest, and the way I chose to be, when I chose to change, I said, no more excuses, no more blame. Guess what? That's how we're supposed to live. Without excuse, without blame, and not making excuses for our bad habits either. That's something I'm still dealing with myself. You know, I've still allowed myself a few habits that I know are not pure for my health. But I have a plan, and that plan is to change. So, oh, hey, I explained this poorly. What I mean by a come to Jesus moment, I realized the truth. And when I realized the truth, I had to do it. I did it. I was allowed to do it with compassion. I cried tears of shame. I cried tears of regret. Then I cried tears of compassion for myself because I saw myself as such a stupid, foolish kid. This is like 40 something years old. So a come to Jesus moment, it's a realization of the truth, of the present now, here and now. Now is the truth. Now is when we live. What we do now is important. And oops, wrong one again. This one. You are what you do, not what you say you do. How we treat each other matters. And the words we say, it shows what we're doing. And I haven't seen Stephen in the chat for a little bit, but Stephen has said some things showing what he's doing is not respectable or trustworthy or kind.
Steven's running his own stream. I'll go there later. Here's the thing. Even if you're both right, you're both devils, I still want to end war, so I don't really care. You can both be right. I still think, as long as you're ending wars, it doesn't make a difference to me.
Well, the truth will resolve the disagreements and the conflicts. So I could have handled that conversation differently and maybe we would have got a better outcome. But I probably will if I catch him. If I see him online, I'll check and see if the invitation to join is still available, and maybe we can resolve some things.
Yeah, he started his own stream because he kicked him out of the chat. Steven, I know you're watching this later. Make sure you actually unhide my account in the chat, please, and thank you.
Has he got you blocked in his chat too?
Well, I'm alone on panel. He says he hasn't been able to figure out how to unhide me in the chat, but I can just go on his panel anytime he opens it. So, I don't know. Maybe he legitimately doesn't know. I really don't care that much. I don't need. If I really need a chat, I could just restream him and talk in my chat.
Yeah, it looks like I've just opened the link. It looks like he's doing a review. I don't know if he got it open. He's doing a review talking to him, but I don't know. I don't even know who he is, to be honest. Yeah.
He's doing a review of this show right now.
Yeah.
Well, hello to his viewers, and I hope they enjoy what they find. Maybe they can recognize the positivity and maybe the contradiction that Stephen's offering. Who knows?
Come and see the original. Yeah, come and see the original, not the other one.
Well, I don't care where people see me, but I do hope that they hear and they receive some of the ideas. Because seriously, wars can end. These petty disagreements and these petty arguments, facts are facts.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I could have done a much better job of trying to communicate. Identifying the actual disagreements, finding where we agree, where we don't. But this is what I mean by people have to be willing to cooperate, even in something as simple as a conversation. And what I realized, what's that? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, even if you disagree and you're having like an argument or like say a debate or whatever you call it, there's no need to, there's no need to go too far and get into like nasty stuff. Do you know what I mean? You can just disagree and just debate your point, kind of thing.
That's something it seems many people have lost sight of. How to have disagreements without becoming disagreeable.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who are just disagreeable by nature. patterns of defiance and rebellion. Old Polly Boy comes to mind in that regard. Paul Enslaved. Oh yeah, I visited him earlier for those who may have seen, but kind of sat there quiet in the background for most of it. Kind of like Hank does here.
No, that's all. That's all I am on even my own show. So there you go.
You're a good dude, man. You're a good dude. You know, here's the idea. What I think happens is what the ego mind does. The mind that worries. We trip ourselves up because we try too hard.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I am one who's in line with the words of Jesus. You know, to identify God as the Father is it's limiting, but you know, so it's language people get. God's love, God's answers are always there for us to know and to find. But if we want to go through life on our own, believing we're doing everything by ourselves and taking credit for everyone and everything, God will let us. But we're really on our own individual path of development. And some people's children, man, some people's children. Welcome back, Lou Bass. Good to see you, my friend. What was the meaning behind your thumbnail yesterday, Jack? What was yesterday? Oh, the No More War Wednesday? It was about no more war. Does that confuse you? Truth is the first casualty of war. The rest are mostly civilians and employees. You could also include Mother Earth, and the environment is a casualty. Lives, liberty, freedoms, justice, those are all casualties of war as well. But that's what happens in a society that doesn't respect what is true. I think we're here to change this world. And brothers and sisters, those who have been a part of this, welcome back, Moose.
What's going on, Jack? It's good to see you, brother. And Hank
You as
and Wild Heart, good to see you again. I think I've seen you once or twice here.
Yeah, hi, Miss Gusley.
I truly am excited for possibilities in the future. I've had the opportunity to learn so many things about the past, and some amazing groups, some amazing opportunities that are rising up today. And I'm telling you, if anyone is interested, I may not have all the answers, but this is what I mean. I have been blessed by discovering places and groups and things to learn from, things to join. So if anyone's looking to join, you know, whether it's environmental groups or these breakaway groups, these people doing communities, I mean, I've come across all sorts of things. Why? Because I haven't been walking with the herd. I've been walking on my own for quite a while, and it feels good. It feels good.
So I've got a question, Jack. You know, when you say like you're finding out true things, and would you do it more internally? Do you look inside to find the truths, or would you look to the outside world and what fits with the outside world? Or
I do both.
yeah.
I do both. And actually, this has been my personal experience. Like I said, I think there's something happening in my experience. I believe it's been preparation for more in the future. But in my own experience, what I found is to keep myself sane, you know, I detach from what the world was doing and I would go within. And in meditation, in massage, while I was peaceful and comfortable and safe, I'd review and consider everything that's going on. And then I would have and that could be within personal relationships. It could be stuff going on in politics, in the world, whatever. I'd be looking at the patterns, and all of a sudden it would come through. I'd be like, oh shit, that's what that is. And I was just excited that I had a great new realization. I thought the world was waiting for this. And then I would discover a man or a woman who's been studying what I just discovered. They've been studying it and teaching about it. So in my, sorry to be so long-winded, but in my path, I've found that the answers will start from within, or maybe I'll hear something outside, be considering it later, and it'll bring up something else. But the answers come from within, and they're confirmed outside.
That's what I would say. Yeah, that's the best way to do both. Like maybe look inside and then verify from the outside. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you're correct. Kind of,
Even that's challenging, though, because the reality is, by the design of the society, by the design of our nature, our normal ways of wanting familiarity, we establish these echo chambers around us. And so it's really easy to come up with an old idea that's just confirmed by other people who think like you, right?
Yeah,
so
that's a problem. Or can be,
It got to where in my life I've become very, very comfortable being wrong. I don't enjoy being wrong. I strive to be accurate and correct and reliable. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And this is what I realized. That's the best way to live. There's so many people who are afraid of being wrong. Why? Because they never forgave the punishment they got for being wrong in the past.
Yeah. But that it kind of works against itself as well, because if someone's scared of being wrong, it makes them more resistant to changing their mind about something, because then they have to admit that they're wrong. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of a catch-22 thing. Like
something with what you just said, it's true. Those who are afraid of being wrong are often afraid of asking questions as well.
Yeah.
I was that way, but luckily I was kind of blessed. I was able to figure things out on my own. But I realized as a kid, most of those teachers, they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I mean, I realized that in like 4th grade. Maybe my experience was different than others, but
no, I had pretty much the same. Yeah.
Holy
people don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I had a lot of them.
Well, turns out that's the way humans have been raised. They say a lot of things and do a lot of things without paying attention to what they're saying or doing. They don't question. They don't question themselves. They don't question why they're told to do what they're doing. I don't know. But you know what, brothers and sisters? There are more and more and more people alive like us today, right here and now, who are waking up to the truth of life, that life is here for us to create. Welcome back, Kidro.
Hey.
Are you like in an airplane with the windows open?
What?
Looks like
He's outside
in the grass.
Yeah, I'm outside.
Kind of loud.
A little bit.
Check out the view.
Looks pretty good.
Nice.
So just outside enjoying life.
Cool. Nice to meet you. We've never met before.
Yeah. My hope and prayer, I do that often as well. I go outside and just sit and relax in nature and feel the peace of the day. And I'm always asking, what do I do? What
Well,
does
I can
God
tell
want me
you,
to?
God
Yeah.
wants you to pray for Kidro extra today.
Hi, Moose.
Actually, I can't speak for God. I'm sorry. That was wrong.
Well, it's true. I pray that many people realize what is going on in life.
Good to see you, though, Kidro. And anyways, Jack, I came up here and I was wondering what's the topic today. What are we getting into?
It's becoming true.
That's where we're at, man. We're day by day, step by step.
Yeah. I do encourage, especially those who join this panel. I encourage you to make sure you go back and check out some of the opening, some of the monologue. Because a lot of people assume they already know what I'm saying, but I don't see it in their demeanors or behaviors. Becoming true, yes. We are true when we're honest. We're honest when we're humble. We're humble when we're caring. All these things go together. They all happen in the present. But what we have is a lot of people with confused minds that they keep living in the past. And living in the past, it creates boredom and all sorts of nonsense.
Who are we talking about specifically, Jack? Because I'm just trying to be sure.
Oh, I appreciate it. The topic is becoming true. People are what they do, not what they say they do, not what they say they did, not what they say they will do. What people say is worthless if they don't follow through.
Definitely.
And, the slave mindset gets told they have to do these things. Even the people who are in government, they're telling themselves and each other, I have to do this. I have to pass this bill. You don't have to do anything. We get to do everything.
It reminds me of what you were saying before as well. Like, looking into the past or looking into the future. Like you're saying, the most important thing is now, because that's the only thing you can change. That's the only thing you can have an effect on. Do you know what I mean?
And many people underestimate severely the amount a life can change right now by a choice, by an opportunity, by a coincidence. Life can change like this. And one of the best things that changes life like that is new ideas, incorporating new ideas, starting to incorporate and apply new ideas, ideas that came from others or ancient wisdom, whatever. People get bored because they think they know everything. And you know how much knowledge is available to be learned?
Yeah, no one knows everything.
Infinite.
No, not even close. Yeah.
Right. And the thing is, people create these habits of life and they're not learning, they're not growing, they're entertaining themselves while real people die. There are real people dying in wars today, right now, funded by Americans and others. It's fun to relax. It's fun to have fun. But when are we going to take life seriously? Not just our life. I mean, yeah, your life. But what about the lives of
You mean in
others?
general, right?
The life of everyone. A life not lived, a life not explored is kind of a life wasted. And yet, that's the American way. Just don't know. You know, unless you guys have something else, I think maybe I'm going to do some final words on my own.
All right, I was listening to you. And
If you have any questions about anything I say, I'd love some dialogue, to be honest.
well, I'm usually the one talking, so that's why I was just trying to learn tonight. But my question to you is like, how do you stay true? How do you stay true and still go about life and still make it? You know, like still make an income and still, you know what I mean? Because the way you are prescribing life, like we would do like a barter system or something. And so, how do you
No,
stay
that's
true?
that's not accurate.
All right,
That's
so describe to me then accurate. Make me accurate.
no. I was really hoping you'd have some dialogue about the things I've said. I mean, you're right. And I do appreciate you returning to listen, Moose. But my hope, my prayer for anyone who happens to tune in, to anyone who cares about people that they don't know, people who are in war zones, or anyone who's got faith that the world can change, please reach out to me. I have ideas that I think are worthy of discussing. Kidro,
Yes.
you're here, so what's going on?
None. I just figured I'd relax with you guys for a
Why?
couple minutes.
Why? You're not listening to me.
I just
So
figured
what?
I'd chill out with you guys.
Okay, Kidro, for the future, please. What I'm intending this panel to be is for people who want to join and discuss the ideas that I'm sharing. If you want to go entertain yourself and just hang out and socialize, please, there's lots of other platforms. Okay.
Can I just say, Jack, it's great to see you again. And basically, I agreed with 99% of what you said, so I can't really add anything. So I'll leave you to it. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Cheers, Kidro.
Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. It's great to see you with health as well. Wild Heart Rescue.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
I think Kidro froze. I seem to receive criticism and feedback many ways, regardless of which path or direction I take. So I do the best that I can with what the day brings. Brothers and sisters, I do take God very seriously. I take love very, very seriously. I know those two as one. And I know that it's through my love of God that God has allowed me to discover many different truths about this world we share. One of the truths that I've accepted and I've embraced is that wars can end. This nonsense of finding reasons to disagree, finding reasons not to accept the truth in the conversation that's presented. I honestly don't know what to do different. For those who have ideas that would help me improve, please reach out to me. I'm all about ways to improve. I'm tired of being told what to do. So if all you want to do is tell me what to do, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, and the world has more than enough bosses. Oh, Slyshy, was that mean? Was that mean because he came to hang out and do his own thing and be a distraction and not really help what I'm doing? Was that mean, Slyshy? Holy cows, man. Praise God. Praise God, man. Moose, and again, you don't understand what friendship and respect is. When you do, Our conversations are going to be incredibly different because you'll actually care about what I'm saying, not what you think. So this is fascinating. Fascinating. Slyshy, you are so filled with opinions. Why don't you click the link? Why don't you show everyone what a clown you are? I'll entertain your foolishness for a few minutes. I mean, I know you got a lot of arrogance and bitterness. I think it's jealousy. But hey, I'm not to blame for people's opinions. I am to blame for the words I say, for the kindness I offered, for the joy, for the peace, for the encouragement. And brothers and sisters, I do encourage you. Become true. The only way to be true is truly to be humble, to care. If you don't care, you're never going to understand. And here, humble people discuss. They don't argue. So let's see what is joining. I have hope, and I'm willing to give it a fair try.
What's up, Jack? It's Slyshy. I just got done gaslighting my neighbor because he's a little bitch. I'm trying to tell him he's a bitch. He just won't listen.
Oh, I love you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you for that. Some humor, some fun, and this time not at me. I appreciate it. Praise God. Hey, brothers and sisters, sincerely, we can all do a better job of getting along. It's easy. All we got to do is be willing to celebrate peace and joy more than victory and being right. See, I'm not going to keep going. Brothers and sisters, sincerely, thank you to all of you who tuned in, who join in, who care about peace, who care about love, who care about God, and especially those few and far between. I know it's not just like that, but all of you folks who join because you love me, you love Jack, sincerely, thank you. I love you too. I love everyone who joins, everyone who tunes in later, and please, I think I said it enough. You can go back and listen to the beginning if you missed it. Please, I encourage that. And until next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless you.